about Alexander Volkanovski and what happened with his loss with Topuria, right? He got knocked out. Hey, everybody's saying that, hey, what can we expect? He got 2 knockouts in a row. Is he on a decline? Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know how I do it with Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Today, we're going to talk about Alexander Volkanovski and what happened with his loss with Topuria, right? He got knocked out. Hey, everybody's saying that, hey, what can we expect? He got 2 knockouts in a row. Is he on a decline? What's going to happen next? And my answer to that is that we don't really know how great you can be until you have a loss. Now, let's look at George St. Pierre, arguably still one of the GOATs. People still talk about GSP as one of the top fighters. He got losses on his record. He lost to Matt Hughes. He lost to Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you got a Matt in your name, that must be a problem. So the name of the game is losses happen. And when you lose against great fighters, that's combat sports. When you're competing at the highest level, sometimes a loss can happen. And that's what's happening with Alexander. He is fighting the best and he's losing to the best. He's not losing to scrubs. Okay, he lost to Islam. Islam is now in GOAT conversation, right? And he just lost to Topuria, who's been on a tear. I think he's on a 7-fight win streak or something like that. They consider him a well beater. So he's not losing to scrubs, right? So what he does next is going to tell us who he really is. Because when you're winning and you're beating everybody, so especially if they're throwing, certain guys in front of you that you can beat and you're not fighting all the world beaters. I'm not saying that's what happened with Alex, right? Islam, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So he's fought all the top guys like Max Holloway. So like guys who, Brian Ortega, guys who was making their own names in their own rights, right? So when you lose the top tier fighters, you can't really say decline. You're fighting the best of the best. Especially when they were belt holders. Islam fought a belt holder, right? I mean, Alex fought a belt holder in Islam. Now, Topuria was coming for that belt, and I would say Topuria maybe was a little bit more hungrier than Alexander at this time. And I granted Alexander had to make a statement, right? But you can justify going up in weight and fighting a heavier fighter like, someone as good as Islam. You can justify in your head what happened. Does it happen? Yeah, of course it does. Should it happen all the time? No, but it happens now. So fighters can go, okay, I went up in weight, tried to get it, didn't happen. That's life, right? Look at Max. When Max goes up, he doesn't always win. Just like we're going to find out when he fights, freaking Justin Gaethje. He's going up in weight. Should he do it? We're going to find out. Going up in weight against a high-level fighter ain't always an easy thing. You got to stay in your lane. So now, he gets knocked out by Islam. Now he comes back down to fight somebody as serious as Topuria. Maybe he should have took more time off. Maybe he should have got his shit together. Who knows? But him being a fighter, he goes, nah, I think I'm good. Bop, sleep. So now 2 knockouts back to back. You gotta look at some things, right? That doesn't diminish him as being a top tier fighter, right? Take some time off, get his shit together, and then we'll find out if he's really done. Because there's going to be a rematch. With a fight like this, well, I don't know how soon. Knockouts kind of get you off the immediate rematch conversation. Now you got knocked out back to back, right? People ain't hunkering to see you fight again when somebody starches you, right? If it goes the distance and it's close, you can make an argument. But when you get slept and you down for a couple of seconds, people are like, all right, man, maybe you need a little break. But to not consider him still a high-level fighter, consider him on a decline is kind of crazy, right? Even though he's kind of in like he's young. How old is Volkanovski? Is he up there in age? Hold on, let me get my other remote. What I don't know is how old Volkanovski is. So let's find out. Let me see if it tells me. How old is he? Right? Age. All right, he was born in '88, so all right, he's up there now. He ain't no spring chicken, right? But he ain't done. He ain't done. So to say he's done is crazy, right? That curse, I don't know if that curse is actually there, but that's the rumor. They say, hey, once you get 35, 36, that curse hop on your mother effing back. But it's just another great fighter coming online. It happens. There's got to be a changing of the guard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And Alexander Volkanovski was fighting on a regular basis. It's not like he was fighting one time a year like a lot of our other fighters. Right? He was trying to get a couple, 2-3 fights a year. He was trying to stay active. That catches up to you. Right? So it is what it is. Right? So I was going to go in about Henry Cejudo, but I'm going to wait. I want to do a whole other podcast on just that by itself, because that's another conversation in itself, right? So a decline in how the media takes it can really suck. And we're having great back and forth conversations. It's not like everybody is shitting on Alexander Volkanovski. Even other fighters were saying you're one of the greats. You know, they're not downplaying his accomplishments, right? There's some people are saying maybe it's just his time to kind of slow down a little bit. Maybe he needs a longer break. A knockout shows you that you just can't bounce back. You know, they're throwing the age thing in and the curse thing in last. They're not leading with it off the rip. But it's a conversation worth having because it seems to be undefeated, right? When you get that age and all of a sudden you seem to can't get it no more, right? It's a conversation that you gotta take it serious to some point, right? You can't just completely dismiss it. So, but I don't think he's out the game because he's 26-4, right? Freaking George St. Pierre was 26-2. So they kind of have similar records, right? Freaking Alexander Volkanovski was on a 12-fight win streak. You know, George St. Pierre was on like a 13-fight win streak. You know, similar records. So you gotta keep them, you know, up there as far as one of the greats, man. You can't dismiss them. Right? Alexander had 6 or 7 title fights, title defenses, whatever. I can't remember how George had, but he had an effing couple. Right? So I put them very close. Now, quality of fights, close. Right? How many top tier fighters have fought all the best? Not everybody. So we can't just dismiss him and say he's not that guy, because I think he still is. I think he still got a lot to offer. I think this loss in his division is truly the telltale sign of now he has to really think about how he's going to fight the next time. He's already talking about, you know, he said his coach is saying he got lucky. His coach is saying, hey, he got lucky. He going to come right back. So we got that conversation coming on. People say the coach is delusional. But when you got these many wins under your belt, you beat a lot of great fighters. You can't say he can't get that back. You can't really just say that, right? Everybody can get caught. Everybody can get swept. It could be just their day on that time. Buster Douglas had his day against Mike Tyson. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can have their day. You can't just dismiss that, right? When a guy was on a 12, 13 fight win streak up to that point, before he lost to Islam, you can't say that he's no longer can get it done. That's just foolish talk. That's just foolish talk. A lot of great fighters gonna come back and got the belt back. You know what I'm saying? Look at Teixeira at 40, got the belt back, or 39 or whatever, won the belt against younger fighters. It can effing happen. So saying he's done ain't the right conversation, right? Does he need more time off to regroup and get his shit together? Not 3 years like Cejudo, which we're going to talk about down the line, you know, probably next podcast. But he needs time to get his regroup, man. That's all. He was pushing too hard. He wanted it. In my opinion, he wanted it too bad. You know, the pressure of the UFC. They go, come on, man, get back in there and fight, man. Get back in there and fight, you know, get back in there. Come on, we'll pay you, man. The UFC can make you fight when you shouldn't be fighting. right? You should be regrouping, right? Israel Adesanya is getting ready to come back. Freaking Peter's getting ready to fight. Who's getting ready to fight at 299? Just came back from that Achilles heel. Hold on, y'all. Let me look this up because my mind went blank. The fighter that's getting ready to fight, that came back from the injury. They came back from the injury and fighting at 300. Let me see. 300 fight card. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me do this. 300 fight card. Because, hey, you get my age, man. You got to look shit up. It don't bounce back like it looks with Alex Pereira is taking on Jameel Hill. Jameel Hill, God dang it. Yeah, Jameel Hill is getting ready to fight. And he pretty much coming off the couch into a title shot. He 12-1, so he got a good ass record now, right? He got more than, I didn't know he had more than Alex. Well, shit. Okay. But what kind of camp you gonna have coming off the couch? You can get in great shape, but that don't mean you don't got no fight ring rust when you don't got no rhythm back yet. You ain't been taking no really blows. You ain't really see what you working with. Get somebody like Alex, right? Out the rip, no warm up, nothing. Kudos to you for getting the main event. Kudos, right? I still think Wally Zhang should get the main event, and you should be the co-main because you came off the couch. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. So, like I said, the UFC can put you in a situation that you may not be ready for, right? I don't think Jameel Hill is ready for this fight. I hear him out there talking his noise and stuff, right? You got to sell the fight because it's coming out the blue. It's coming real fast. So we'll see. We'll see. If Jameel gets it, kudos to him. I don't think he's gonna be back 100%. But what I know, I haven't heard too many people coming back from Achilles heel damage and just be 100%. I haven't heard that, right? So we gonna find out. But it is what it is, fight fans. Hey, don't freaking just dismiss Alex, man. I ain't gonna say that yet. You know me, I don't mind shit on the person now, but I don't think he's there yet. I think he came back too soon. Tried to make a point, wanted it too bad, and got knocked the fuck out. That's all I think. Right? If he took his time and been more prepared and got his shit balanced out, didn't want it so bad. Sometimes you can want it too bad, and it don't go right for you. Sometimes you got so much to prove. That's the man pride. You got so much to prove, right? That you just go at it. I got to get this one back. I can't have that loss on me. I can't, you know what I'm saying? You want it too much and you get smoked, right? You got to be in the right headspace all the way around to come back and be the guy that you're supposed to be. That's my take on it. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, it is what it is. All right, this is Coach D doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it, talking my share of shit. To hear from me again, peace out.